Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Sonia from Truesoulintuition, and we're here to do a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Hi Saggy, how's it going? We're going to have a discussion with your spirit guides today to see who's coming towards you in love, where your energy is at, how's your emotional space, any other details that we need to know via the tarot. If you're interested in knowing who I am and what I do have a Facebook page there. I do a lot of picker piles, and I post regularly. I can't say that word right now. Regularly. Sorry, guys. I post there regularly, and I have started doing free live mini readings. So feel free to follow me there and like and follow me on Facebook. If you're new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe. And if you resonate with me, let me know in a comment below. And if you're returning, welcome back. Yes, I'm back. Hopefully Saggy will get a good message. I feel like I've been a little bit disconnected from Sagittarius. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you get a really strong call with the other signs, but Sagittarius not so much. But I really want to pull you up, Saggy, so hopefully we can get a good message for you guys. We're just going to get straight into it. So I'll just shuffle while I do the general disclaimers. This is a general reading. Okay, guys, so it may or may not resonate with you. If it does, it's awesome. If it doesn't, feel free to watch any other natal messages in your chart. So if you are a Sagittarius sun, maybe look at your moon, your rising, your Venus, and your Jupiter. And, you might be able to resonate more with those particular signs, especially your moon sign. And if you don't know what your chart is, I have the link below in the description box for a free birth calculator. So feel free to go over there. And they give a lot of, it's actually really great. They give a lot of interpretations for the planets, and they give all the degrees. And if you know your time of birth, you also can get your rising sign. All right, guys. So feel free to look at any of the old messages that I've done from the past, because they're all timeless, guys. And this one may not resonate as much, but maybe look at a year ago or a month ago or 3 months ago, and you may see, oh, actually, I didn't have anything in a year ago. I'm only kind of new, but you can look back that far and look at other messages and see if they resonate with you in this current time, because it's all divine timing, guys. Roles can be reversed, so I may refer to a card as being you. You may see that card as another person or another situation, so feel free to switch it, but don't try to force it, guys. Sometimes it's not always your message, and just take what insight you get from it if it doesn't resonate 100%. Okay, guys, cross watchers are welcome. Whoa, we nearly caught that. So just know that if you're watching for Sagittarius, that it may play out from your perspective, and please don't shoot the messenger if you don't like what you find out about the other person, because sometimes that's just how it goes. So you have to be mindful when cross watching for another person. Okay, guys. Whew. This is a timeless reading, so I don't put any dates specific on here, just the month in which I post it for organizational purposes. So just know that you'll get the right message at the right time, and that's how the universe works. It's amazing how I could do a reading now, you watch it in 3 months' time, and it completely resonate. So just be mindful of how the universe sometimes just throws things at you. Alright, guys, let's get your energy. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Sagittarius, well, that was quick. Sun, Moon, Rising. Sorry, guys, I got to ground that in. Can I have the energy of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. The energy of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus and Jupiter, and what brought them to this reading. Okay, one more, please. I brought okay, I'm going to take that one, thank you. Oh, okay. Okay, a lot of your cards came out in reverse, so there's been definitely a lot of delays going on here for you guys. You know what I mean? You have building blocks, so there might have been an upheaval in what you would usually do. There might have been some type of complication that didn't work out, or something that wasn't solid. here. 28 breaking down to a 10. So you might not have been willing to let go of a cycle or some type of foundational space. You might have tried too hard for something. You were trying too hard. It was taking a toll. But there's some type of small details that have been getting the best of you for some odd reason. I just heard woe is me. So it could be about a home or some type of financial space that Sagittarius is not loving right now. It's like, when is this going to end? When is this pain in my head going to end? I don't know why I'm getting that. But here we have Imagine. And this is my dream big card, but I feel like there's something that you're not seeing here. There's some type of lack of vision that you're not seeing because you're too busy focusing on the materialistic things that you're not looking into the spiritual side here with Imagine, which is it's like you need to clear your mind. There's something that's clogging up or blocking your mind space, not allowing you to see. And I think Spirit is actually telling me that you've been really stressed out. You're really stressed out. It's like you're holding down the fort, but the fort has no defenses, and there's like an army coming for you, but you're like the lone ranger here. You have to do the shit on your own. And the thing is, Spirit's just telling you, well, imagine something a little bit better. Imagine a better castle. Imagine something a little bit broader scale. Don't just build up walls, okay? Dream of a dragon. I don't know why I'm getting that. Time to get things sorted. That's your mentality of, I need to get it sorted. I need to wrap this up because before it gets worse. And here you have the Imagine. So I feel like you're not looking in the space, but something's being revealed to you. Something is being shown to you. I feel like this could be for Sagittarius that are starting to wake up. Some type of intuitive connection starting to come in. It's like, hands up to her head here. See how her hands up to her head, right at the top of the head. It's like she's massaging that space. And then you have Imagine here, which is of the mind space. And it's blue. So it's like the crown chakra. Might have had a bit of an awakening to something, or an epiphany, or some type of knowledge has come forward, but it's like you've seen it, but you're not too sure about it because you're still focusing more into the physical world, more into the walls, building the walls. How do I create a safe space for me? And here we have Here and Now. I think I'll be honest, I think that you're kind of stuck. It feels a little stuck. It's like, I'm stuck here and now. And it's not so much about being in the space of here and now or being more appreciative of being here and now. It's more like I'm stuck here and now. And I'm stuck. There's a lot of heavy energy with you, Seji. 32 breaking down to a 5. So there's definitely some type of conflict or change in your living situation or home situation. But the thing is, the open door policy here. So, there's a lot of things about you, very transparent. But it's like, I think you need to, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I think you might have to loosen up a little bit. And recognize that being here and now is the blessing. It's about choosing to see the beautiful things in your life and less about seeing the chaos and the drama here. It's like, oh, these pieces flying around, the Jenga blocks flying around, the destruction. Get a clear mind and actually recognize that here and now is the blessing. Enjoy the time that you have here and now. Enjoy your life a little bit more, live a little. Okay. Let's see the energy of someone coming towards you in love. Who's coming towards Sagittarius in love? Who's coming towards Sagittarius in love? Can I have the energy, please? Okay, yeah, all right. Now we have these two cards in reverse, and kind of good they are in reverse. Now we have Between Worlds and Orphaned. Between Worlds is usually the Hanged Man upright. So, this is looking at things from a different angle or just being anchored. It's like something about being, you feel, your energy feels very stuck and this person is unstuck or ungrounded, thank you. They're not grounded like you are. You're very all about foundations. You know what I mean? You're very, we need a solid base. We need, we need like the forward thinking here, the foresight that you have is awesome, but it's always in a defensive mode. So even though that you are in a space of building really good things, rebuilding solid foundations, it's always like, and then the next point, you get to a goal, and then it's not quite enough, so you need more. And the thing is, this person doesn't share this image with you. They are very ungrounded. They are very stuck in their own world. Feels like they're stuck in their own little world. You know what I mean? Like they like it in their really small space. They like their piece of the world. They don't want broader, whereas Sagittarius is broadening with this Imagine card. They're looking at things and they're wanting more and better, but they also want to be very grounded in the now. It's like interesting. It's like foresight, forward thinking, but being grounded in the now. It's three different concepts into one. So the Sagittarius is multitasking and this person's shutting down. But here with the Orphan card in reverse, they may have come out of a space of being really depressed and isolated and disconnected. So it's showing that they're starting to try and bridge the gap, but they like their little creature comforts. They're very they have a lot of mouse energy, and the mouse energy is just about are very, very meticulous, very industrious, but very small. You know what I mean? They like, they can live in small spaces. They're happy to live in a little tiny place. Okay? They don't mind. They kind of like the enclosure. They like the security, which you're trying to build these solid foundations, but you want to build this grand design, right? And they kind of want to build something little. Their aspirations and hopes are very minor compared not minor, they're not minor, but it's like they're like teacup dreams. You know what I mean? They're like the little petite versions of the dogs. They're not the full, dog. You want the full dog, but they don't mind a little mini version of that, and with that they're enough. So in some respects they are easy to please, but very limited in thought. And here you have Orphaned in reverse, so they've come out a period of being sad or disconnected from you. I think they're trying to reconnect and bridge the gap because they want to change this situation. So here they have a change in the wind, and that's 12 breaking down to a 3. They came forward with a 3, and they end with a 3. So it tells me that they're actually raising their vibration up more. They're lifting themselves up with a change in the wind. So I feel like they've got a little bit of a change of mindset where they're starting to recognize that, they kind of had limited them. They were a flamingo, but they chose to be the dark side. They're less bright. They didn't like shining and sticking out. Here they didn't like sticking out. They like just being, it's almost like keeping up with the Joneses. You know what I mean? They kept up with the Joneses a lot, and they didn't really think about, like, what is it that I truly want? And that could have put them into a place of depression, because I feel like they didn't know what they wanted. They didn't know. And so because they were just so happy to sit in that little teacup and be held and be loved and be nurtured, that when it came to standing on their own 2 feet, they lacked the confidence, is probably what I want to say there. And a change in the wind is that they've actually got a new mindset. They may be an air sign. For some odd reason, I'm just getting that full-on breeze, like I'm feeling it blowing through the mind, and the mind is of the air element. And I feel like they're revamping either a physical, not a physical, but like a physical move, or a physical, I keep saying physical, a mental change. They're starting to blow the cobwebs out, for they sat so long in that little teacup that they realize that they made themselves miserable. So they're getting out of thank you, they're getting out of a rut here, Saggy. That I think they want to join you in that same space. They want to move towards you, but I think at some space they are resistant, or they've got to fight the urges to go back to the teacup. You know what I mean? They got to fight that. They got to. It goes against them, but they choose. They choose you, Sagittarius. They would rather be with you than be without you. So I think you're like, you've set the mark. I'm here, and now you come to me. I won't budge. But I love you, and my doors are always open. And this person's like, oh yeah, I know what I know what I need to do, and even though it's hard for them, because Sagittarius, this is hard for them to change. They want to change because they care about you enough to do that. You are more important to them than them being stuck in this little safe space. Obviously, Sagittarius has been taking risks, but calculated risks. Let's put it like that. I've never known a Sagittarius that has ever been not very good at that foresight, forward thinking type of energy. And here we have go the distance. So this is the mutual energies that you share, and this is about momentum. So what was stagnant, what was stuck, is now moving forward, and you're going to hit the. It's interesting because a cheetah never changes its spots, right? So this person, I feel like for them to. Not that they're a cheetah, I'm not saying that, but like in the jungle world, in the animal realm, they are this machine, and it's like the mutual energies that you share is that you are fully committed to each other. Whatever the situation may be, when you are together, you are a well-oiled machine. And, you leave people in the dust. But there has been you've lost a lot of the spots, which is actually good. So what the spots are tarnishes. Well, emotional tarnishes, mental tarnishes, not so much in the physical tarnish, because spots are beautiful. Everybody has their own spots, makes them unique. But you've lost all the ones that no longer serve you. So you're both going through a change here. 11 is about relationships and manifesting. So whatever it is that you're doing together, but in very individual ways. Okay, Sagittarius. Yay, finally a star sign that's getting some love up in here. So there's a good teamwork going on here with you, Sagittarius, and your person. So I feel like they're definitely coming towards you in a space as I'm ready, I'm down, I'm here to play for good. Play the game, not play the game right. Thank you. Say it right. They come to play it right for Sagittarius, because Sagittarius has drawn that line in the sand, and it's because they want more, they want better. And this person was so very small-minded, and not small-minded in the fact that they are not intelligent, but they have a lot of insecurities about sticking out, being out there, and they may portray themselves to be one way, but really on the inside they're not that stable. Okay, here we have the cobra and the nightingale and the otter. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put it like this. The energy, the emotional space that you're in, Sagittarius, ironically enough, is in the fire energy. That's why you get the cobra. And this person's in the air energy. That's because they came across as air energy. So it's interesting that you came in as your elements, because I feel like this is an element in which you are both strong in. But the cobra is pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. So you're like a neon bright light. Your drive and your ambition is strong, but you are the king cobra, is what I want to say. You are the king cobra, Sagittarius, in that you know exactly when to strategically wait. You know exactly when to strategically pause. You know exactly when to dig deep for the information. The inner teacher is that when you recognize that you're the one that has taught themselves. You know what I mean? You've been your own teacher. I just heard the school of hard knocks. You know what I mean? You've been the type that has to, learn the hard way, but you've learnt and you've become the teacher. You've become the master in this. And this person, their energy, their emotional space is that they're learning to find their voice, and they have a sweet song to sing with the nightingale, but it is a true love expression. This person may not have always been able to sing. That's the thing. I feel like this is, like I said, it's a change. It's a change in the mindset. And they're starting to believe and think for themselves and sing their actual song. I've been getting happy feet a lot. People are in the space where they're singing their heart song now. And it's like, what does my heart truly want? What does my soul truly want? And this person's tapping into that energy because they know that to be with you, they have to be in a space of knowing what they want and expressing it. And you're just waiting for this moment for them to go, "More," this epiphany to come out of their mouths or their mind, and for them to see and be able to actually say to you, look, here I am. I'm here to do this. I'm here to play. You know what I mean? I'm here to throw it down. I'm here to ride or die. It's that type of energy. And the mutual energies that you share is the otter. Now I just got a huge emotional surge in my heart space. So the energy that you have, Sagittarius, is that this is true love. Unconditional love, that you only love each other. You know what I mean? And it's in a very beautiful way. The energy is beautiful. The Sagittarius, this person loves you just the way that you love them, and your love protects each other. And you have to remember that even though you are very different and express each other's love differently, that the goal is the same. The goal is the same. This person wants the same as you do, and they love you the same way that you do. And you need to also recognize the Sagittarius, how much this person's trying for you. Okay. Sorry, guys, the emotions sometimes, that was intense. I've got tears in my eyes. So if you're in pain, person that's coming towards Sagittarius is starting to know the same. You've been waiting for them to come to the same level as you, Sagittarius, of love, because you're just emanating love. It's coming to an apex. It's coming to a head now. It's starting to be what this person sees too. So it's actually beautiful. You've just been waiting for them to love you the right way in the same space. And to come, oh my God, guys. Like, there's a lot of love between you two, I'll tell you that emotion is really intense. Oh, it's beautiful. It's like bittersweet, it's like, okay, it's like you've always loved this person this way, but you're really bad at telling them that. And the thing is, you want them, it's not like you don't say it, but it's like this person has never felt that. They've never felt the love. They've never recognized it as being the love that they want. Do you know what I mean? Because they've had their head down in the sand, and it's not that they don't love you, because they do, but they just have to see it for themselves. That's what it is. They have to recognize it and focus in it and realize that everything you've done for each other, and that the love is still here with each other. Yeah, but you are a well-oiled machine here with this cheetah energy, this go the distance energy. This relationship will go the distance once you both tap into that otter energy of unconditional love. But I will say, Sagittarius, be mindful that with the Cobra energy, you're always defensive, and it is quite aggressive. It's the hissing, right? The hissing. I get a lot of the hissing with the Cobra. So yes, you are the inner teacher. You have had to teach yourself the hard yards, but you have to also remember that not everybody comes across that aggressive mind state. Let's get some messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Jupiter. Okay, I'm just going to take this lot out because I'm not taking that one. So the first card that came out was the Knight of Swords. Yeah, who dares wins, guys. This is momentum. A lot of momentum here. Rushing in. It's like a really strong rushing in energy. So at times the communication, like that painful part has ended here with Ten of Swords. So the Knight of Swords and Ten of Swords has been a very painful type of communication. But the conflict in that is now end. Like, it's the end of a painful cycle here. So I feel like you're starting to mature in how you communicate with this person, Saggy, because I feel like the Knight of Swords is actually a really good energy. Oh, look at that. That came flying out. The Sun. The Knight of Swords is really good energy, but it can also be attacking energy. So you put that to rest. Let's just say you might have put swords in each other's back. You might have hurt each other along the way. It's been a long cycle, but in the same respect, it's like that's over now because you're choosing the Sun. You're choosing, you're choosing to be happier. Okay, the High Priestess. So this can talk about tapping into your intuition or seeing things from a different perspective. So the High Priestess is about secrets, but detached secrets and interesting. Okay. You may have been secretive about what it is what you really wanted, what really made you happy. You were, because I had this, well, I'm not a mind reader. So, you know what I mean? It's like you've had to really dig deep. You've had to go in and find those messages for yourself. So I feel like, you've gone deep. It's interesting. Okay. You've had to go and find, it's like you've had to find something out for yourself, what it is that you truly wanted, some kind of secret that you truly wanted here. And, you've got this King of Cups and the Seven of Cups. So I think in keeping what you wanted to yourself, you've been allowed to master your emotions. Okay. I feel like you have a lot of energy of love, but because he's the King of Love, right? He's the empathetic, generous king. So you do have a lot of feelings, but you remain detached. You want to be happy, but it's not like you have a lot of emotions, but when it comes to that real deep stuff, you keep to yourself. It's not detached, but it's just you keep that a secret, and you always act like you've got. It's like you always act like, I've got a million things going on right now. I've got a lot of options happening. I've got I need things. Seven of Cups, but Spirit is saying just be mindful and focus in what it is that you want, because it's not always going to work out in your favor keeping it secret. So be mindful of that, guys. See through the illusions. It's almost like I'm not a mind reader, and it's like you want your person to know or maybe it goes either or. Your person or you wanted you to read their minds about how they felt, because one of you hasn't been very communicative. Let's just put it like that. The Moon, but in reverse. So things are starting to become a lot more clear with you guys. Things are starting to, the fears and the doubts are subsiding, and the Moon is casting a light on things that may not have been very, because this interesting. If I was to put it here and upright, we talk about illusions, and the Moon is about illusions. So there was some type of, I want to say deception, but not really deceptive energy. It's more like secret energy, because it's not even playing around, okay? It's just that, you always acted like you had a lot of options. you know, I've always got a million things going on. You acted detached. You were doing it on purpose. Like I said, the inner teacher with the Cobra energy is that it's strategic moves. But, you know, clarity is coming in now here. So all those doubts and fears are starting to subside. Yep, the Wheel of Fortune. That's good. So that's the end of a cycle. Things turning in your favor. You may be dealing with an Aquarius, a Scorpio, a Taurus, or a Leo. And then we have the Star card. So, you know, things are getting better. Things are aligning. Wishes are being fulfilled here. One more card, please. One more card. Thank you. Oh, the Lovers. So, yeah, decisions in love, guys. With the World underneath the deck, a completion. You know what I mean? Oh, here we go. A completion here. So, definitely big, huge cycles, big change. End of cycles, beginning of new cycles. So, lots of change in your life. Sagittarius, but for the better. And in the end, you like the last 4 cards are amazing. So I feel like you've gone through some type of you know, let's just say complications up there in endeavoring to find your happiness. It's like you've had to read your person's mind. They're very closed off about things. That's why the High Priestess, thank you, very closed off about their emotional space, not really able to tap in. And it may have made the King of Cups a little bit weary, you know, where they're like, oh, well, if you're not going to love me the way I need, then maybe I'll open other doors, but not in, you know, like what else is out there for me. And this person then realizes like, uh-oh, I guess I may have pushed my Sagittarius too far, and gets a little bit of clarity. And then they start doing these cycles and changes, which they are starting to change for the betterment of each other. And, being a fixed sign thing, I feel like maybe you might be seeing a fixed sign in Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or a Leo. Fixed signs are always resistant to change, so just know it may have been a long time this has been going on. But here we have the Star, so there's a lot of healing, and then we have union with the Lovers. So in the end, wish fulfillment. And the Lovers. These are soulmates. This is your soulmate, Sagittarius. This is somebody that actually completes you as a person. You have a lot of amazing energy with the in love, with the cheetah momentum. You know, that well-oiled machine is good teamwork going on here, and this unconditional love that overrides all the negative in this space. So, you know, unconditional love, Sagittarius, you just need to get it together. But I think it will play out in that way, and your person needs to open up more. That is the change that you require. So yeah, I'm going to leave it right there, Saggy. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment in the messages below, in the comments below, and tell me how that worked for you. And yeah, I do appreciate that. So until next time, guys, take care and be safe. Bye.